जो कम्युनिटी मीट है इसको शुरू करते हैं। और पहले तो राम प्रकाश जी, आप म्यूट हो सकते हो। अ, जो कई लोगों ने आई थिंक क्वेश्चंस भेजे हुए हैं, और वो चीज़ें हम वो डिस्कस करते हैं, एंड फिर हम लोग और बातें करेंगे, ताकि जो लोग उन्हें भेजे उनके उनको भी लगना चाहिए कि क्वेश्चंस आंसर हो रहे हैं। आई थिंक अभी वेट करते हैं 1-2 मिनट और। आई थिंक, व्हाट डू यू थिंक आकाश?
Yeah,
अपूर्वा?
yeah, I think we can start by introducing ourselves. हम अपना introduction start कर सकते हैं. I can go first.
ओके।
I, Kshitij, and then Apurva and go, and then we will discuss जो भी questions भेजे गए हैं और जो लोग पूछ रहे हैं हमसे इतने दिनों से WhatsApp पे या फॉर्म पे, वो एक एक करके करेंगे. तो सबसे पहले मैं इंट्रोड्यूस करता हूँ अपने आप को. आई एम आकाश. आई एम को फाउंडर ऑफ सीक. पहले आई वाज working with urban company in product, and उससे पहले I have been graduate I have graduated from IIT and ISB, just like Kshitij. Kshitij and I know each other very very well. We are friends, and coincidentally we also meditate a lot together. We have been to multiple Vipassana retreats, and यहीं से start हुआ हमारा interest in meditation. And I felt that लोग बहुत ज्यादा चाहते हैं प्रैक्टिस करना, बट दे आर नॉट एबल टू डू इट. देयर आर लॉट ऑफ प्रॉब्लम्स इन देयर लाइफ, like anxiety, stress, not feeling fulfilled or their full potential. And we feel meditation and practices like these help them to become better in their life. So Kshitij and I both started working on this, and here we are. तो आई एम वेरी वेरी एक्साइटेड दैट इतने सारे लोग आते हैं डेली और हमारे साथ मेडिटेट करते हैं, जुड़ते हैं. एंड आई फील वी आर फॉर्चुनेट to have one of the best instructors, few best instructors with us, just like Apuva ma'am, Kunjan ma'am, who are working with us, Mandani ma'am, and taking this vision forward of making this planet more conscious and better. So that's me. I would hand it over to Kshitij to introduce himself now.
थैंक यू सो मच आकाश। एवरीवन, माय नेम इज क्षितिज, एंड आई एम अ co-founder at Seek. Previously it was Sadhana. I think today everyone who is here has actually has done a course with us or have interacted with our team and our teachers. So you already know a little bit about us. I am actually from Delhi. I have been very, very curious as a child. Uh, Used to study a lot. Uh, Now it's been 10 years since I've been meditating, and the benefits that I have experienced personally through meditation have been phenomenal. I think it can potentially be life changing. And the more I met, the more I traveled, I realized that more and more people actually need this. And that's the vision behind Seek. How can we leverage all our experiences to create something that, that helps? Like Akash mentioned, our vision is to make this planet a lot more conscious. I am a graduate, from IIT Delhi and ISB. Most recently, I was a consultant with BCG, and both Akash and I were fortunate enough to find each other, and then we both quit our jobs to start this. We are we actually spend a lot of time getting to the best instructors in the world. We, having met some of the best teachers, we understand how hard it is to actually teach. It is a very, very important skill, and it's hard to also identify good teachers sometimes. Uh, so we spend a lot of time partnering with, bringing the best in the world to the masses through this. Uh, and I'll hand it over to Apurva, ma'am. I mean, she has just been phenomenal. She's amazing. So Apurva, please take it forward. Everyone would love to know what your background is, how you got into this.
Thank you, Kshitij. Namaste. So I'm Apurva. Um, Many of you know me, and for the ones who don't, I am a meditation teacher. I'm also a Yin Yoga teacher, and I'm a happiness coach as well. So particularly, as a teacher, I specialize in Shamatha Vipassana meditation as a practice. I also do Yin Yoga therapy as a practice very passionately, and a couple of workshops that I do on the topic of happiness and mindfulness. My training in meditation, particularly, is was done from the Open Art project, which was headed by my. It's still being run by my mentor Susan Piver, who's a Buddhist teacher, and it's been such a delightful experience. Even getting on this, embarking on this path of meditation, but I was nothing like this. I think I was working in the field of fashion, always grew up thinking that's where I belonged and that's what I wanted to do. My education, formal school education, college education, post graduation, everything was in the field of fashion business. In fact, I worked in that field for over 6 to 7 years until I started making a lot of money. I was at the peak of my career, but then there was no fulfillment, there was no satisfaction, and that's when I started to uh, think that something is not right because I was not in alignment with what I was doing and what I genuinely felt from within, and that got me to thinking and change paths and just sort of go on a self discovery journey for myself. A lot of reflections. They say when the student is ready, the teacher appears. So similarly, that happened for me, and I started encountering the right practices, the right teachers on the way, and yeah, it got me to where I am today. And personally, I'm extremely passionate about sharing with people the power of the practice of meditation, and so is the team of Seek at the same time, the passion with which we all want to share the practice of meditation is something that we all have resonance on. And our focus is not to, now only to ensure that more and more people practice, and we look forward to having you all on this journey together with us.
Uh, Thank you so much, Apurva. Thank you so much. Okay, so now we can move on to the next section, which is a lot of people have sent in some questions for us,
Hmm.
and there are a lot of people here. I think what we can do is we can take one question that people have submitted in the form, and then if anyone here has a question, तो एक question हम लोग पूछ सकते हैं यहाँ से, and we can discuss on that, or we can, uh,
Sure.
address that.
So
So,
सबसे पहले Kshitij, I will sorry to cut, but I will start with the questions that we have got, right? And I would like to tell people who are watching us live stream on YouTube, who are not on the Zoom call also, to put their questions on the chat. We will take those questions and suggestion, and we'll try if we have time to answer that right away, right? And so let's get into it. The first and foremost question with a lot of people who are asking is, can we increase the duration of meditation in our daily life class? Before we answer that question, let me tell the objective of the daily life class. Why are we doing it? The very single objective of doing this daily live meditation class is to build an habit. Both Kshitij and I and our instructors have discussed this at depth, and we have realized that if we do it daily, we for a long period of time this can change us in a compounding manner. Doing a course is good, doing a retreat is good, but making it a habit is the best thing that we can do to ourselves, and that is why we do it daily. But a lot of you have asking the question of, can we increase the duration of meditation that we do? in our practice. So, Kshitij, would you like to answer that question, and what is your view on it?
Yeah, I think what you said is right. We can increase the duration of meditation. Uh, it obviously a longer duration allows us to go deeper. हम जितना देर बैठते हैं उतनी हमारे पास अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है अपने आप को और डिस्कवर करने की. And we have done that before. We have done those courses a lot, which are very deep and almost 1.5 hours as well. The objective of this daily classes is simply to build consistency first. क्या हम लोग रोज इतना मेडिटेशन कर सकते हैं? और ये क्लासेस हमने करिकुलम अपूर्वा मैम के साथ मिलके, गुंजन मैम के साथ मिलके बहुत ही अच्छे से डिजाइन करा है. तो ओनली ऑब्जेक्टिव इज, अगर हमने ये चीज कर ली रोज, if we are just able to do this 25 to 30 minutes of meditation every day, I don't think any one of us will have any diseases, for a long, long time. Whether it is spiritual wellness, whether it is mental wellness, whether it is anxiety को control करना, stress को control करना, these will all go away if we are just able to do this in the 6 months. We will now, as an organization, starting end of next month. So Jan end and Feb beginning, we will be starting more deeper offerings for people who want to meditate for longer. This will keep going on. These 25 minutes we are going to do for life, for as long as we are there. हम लोग ये हर रोज करेंगे और चाहेंगे कि ज्यादा से ज्यादा लोग बने रहें. उसके बाद कुछ लोग डीपर मेडिटेशन में इंटरेस्टेड हैं, वो कर सकते हैं.
Thank you. Thanks, Kshitij. Next question is for Apurva. In the night, we have a session at 9:30 p.m. A lot of people asked, and then that we have asanas in our daily meditation where we do some movements. Can they do asanas in the night? Should they be even doing it? Why do we have asanas in the night class? And if they need to do, what is the best way for prepare for it or do it? Yeah.
So I lost you in the middle. Did you say about this, doing the asanas and stretching
Yeah.
in the night? Is that what you
Yeah. Yeah.
mentioned?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Firstly, since our duration is only 30 minutes and we're barely doing like very limited stretching and very limited asanas, it's absolutely fine that you can do that in the night time. Firstly, because also throughout the day, there's a lot of tension that we've already हमारी body के अंदर आ जाती है, especially for people जिनकी desk jobs होती हैं, जिनको बहुत बैठना पड़ता है. So एक body के अंदर already एक stiffness होती है. So before you're doing your breath work, before you're doing your meditation, it's great if you can do those stretching and those asanas. And after that, it's going to make you even more comfortable that you sit down and you do your practice right after that. And like I said, that since we're just doing one stretch and one asana and one movement to wake the body up, there's no harm in it at all. And one thing that, as a tip, I can recommend is that after you finish your meditation class in the night, what you can do is you can just lie down for the next 5 to 7 minutes in a shavasana. That is going to bring you in a deeper, restful mode that can help you bring in and invite a deeper sleep for yourself. तो अब आप शवासना में जा सकते हैं after your meditation session, which is just lying down, closing your eyes, and relaxing your body. So it's absolutely fine.
Okay. Thank you, Apurva, for answering that. The next question is again for Kshitij. Can we get, and that's a more popular and slightly controversial question, can we get recording of these sessions that we do on a daily basis?
The simple answer is actually a question: why do we need recordings? We've scheduled it for whatever time is comfortable for people. So if a particular time is uncomfortable for you, I think you should bring that up, saying that this is the time I want to meditate and I'm unable to do it. But recordings will not be available. These are meant to be done live, and that becomes a core part of habit building. अगर हमने बहुत देखा है ये, बिकॉज हम काफी टाइम से कोर्सेज कर रहे हैं, people have this habit, all humans, all of us have this habit of taking and feeling nice if we have something for us to use. But the truth is हम वो कभी यूज ही नहीं कर पाते हैं, बिकॉज हमने पहले भी लोगों को रिकॉर्डिंग्स दी हैं, and we have noticed that nobody is watching those recordings because we can actually see how many people watch those recordings. We track that. And trust us, if at any point I am convinced that sharing recordings will actually help your practice, I will be the first person to share the recordings with everyone. Um, the whole reason of doing this is for the benefit of people. So we really feel that recording sharing is not fruitful for you or for us. If there are particular times where you are unable to practice, then you should bring that up and we will try to accommodate those additional times during the day. Yeah.
Understood. By the way, I am again telling everyone who is live with us on YouTube stream that they can put their questions and suggestion on the chat on YouTube so that we can take it up there. Next question is slightly deeper one with practice. I think uh, where Apurva ma'am took a session on forgiveness, and one of the customers, one of the seekers, actually asked this question that. The session was very nice, by the way. We liked it. But how to forgive your loved ones, someone like your family members, your parents, if they still continue to hurt you. Yeah. Uh, Apuva, can you answer that question?
Yeah, like I also mentioned in the session that firstly, forgiveness is not about the other person. Forgiveness is about you, right? It means that you are no longer allowing that person to hold any sort of control or hurt in your life. So I know easy said than done. The first thing that we can do here is that why we just have to take our parents off the pedestal of that relationship and just treat them like normal human beings, right? So it's just that हम उनको एक pedestal पे बिठा देते हैं parents के, and that is why we feel like it becomes very difficult for us. But for once, can we just think that they're normal human beings, right? Who are making some mistakes, like how we do. It's not that none of us do, right? And then use the same sort of formula which I had explained in the class that by forgiving them, it's not that मैं उनकी तरफ compassionate हो रही हूँ. By forgiving them, I'm being compassionate towards myself by releasing those feelings which are not serving me anymore. Because we just need to ask ourselves that are those feelings constructive or destructive for me? Are they helping me or they literally, just taking all my energy away? So the moment you basically take your parents off the pedestal of that relationship and treat them like normal human beings, you acknowledge the hurt that you've experienced, but you decide that you don't have space for that anymore in your life. You're doing a compassionate act towards yourself by offering forgiveness to them and not giving them the power or the control to hurt you. So just try that. And yes, overnight it's not going to happen. It is definitely requires a lot of consistency with your meditation practice also in order for you to truly sort of firstly align with your emotions, acknowledge what you're feeling, and then get to a point of forgiveness. So consistency of practice is very, very important.
Got it.
Okay.
I think Gopalji has asked a question on, can there be options on time, like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, and 60 minutes? This could help the individual to stay for as long as they want, depending on their availability. This is a very good suggestion, Gopalji. I think we have something like this coming up, जो हम longer classes करेंगे. It can't be as flexible as a single class being extended because the meditations are designed like that. If I know that, it is going to be 20 minutes of meditation, then I need to, there's a lot that goes behind, like making that a beautiful experience for people. So we need to tailor that to just 20 minutes. We need to end it for people within 20 minutes. So it'll be hard to continue sitting after 10 minutes without making it a different class. But definitely the duration feedback is taken. I think there are a lot of people, especially a lot of our users who are already, have practiced and have experience. So we will definitely start this by the end of next month. We are on to that. But thank you so much for the suggestion, Gopalji.
Yeah, other suggestions, Kshitij, were around similar things, flexibility, which is we have decided the time slot of 5:30, 6:30, 7:30 in the morning. There's only one time slot in the night. So there are a few people who are asking for more time slot, probably 7:30 and 8:30 in the evening. What are, uh, yeah, would you like to answer that question?
Um, yeah, I think the challenge that we've seen with more time slots is that we actually make a lot of effort and introduce those, but a lot of people are still not able to show up for practice. Having said that, what we can do is we can actually float out a poll in the community for everyone. And if there are enough people who are interested in having it at 7:30 p.m., then we will introduce it at 7:30 p.m. as well. जो हमने अभी भी जो टाइम स्लॉट्स डिसाइड करे हैं वो एक पोल के बेसिस पे करे हैं. तो इन टाइम स्लॉट्स पे सबसे ज्यादा लोगों को लगता था कि उनको करना है. अगर 7:30 आएगा तो उस पे भी वी कैन स्टार्ट, आई थिंक.
Got it. One question on YouTube chat by Manish Gupta ji is कि जो भी हम we do it on a daily basis. If someone wants to do it the same thing on a daily basis, uh, can we have that? I think this question is very similar to recording because if someone wants to, but the intent is different, right? Manish ji is suggesting that there's a section that we want to do the same thing on a daily basis. But in our daily classes, our approach is very different. Our approach is you do something different on a daily basis with probably different instructor. So Manish ji's questions, let us address that
Actually,
question.
yeah, that is a very good question, I feel. And I understand कि कभी हम ऐसे meditation करते हैं which really connect with us. And we really have a good time and we feel कि हमें यही, कल भी करना है, परसों भी करना है. So I agree with Manish ji. I think I can understand where you're coming from. And actually, let us think and see if some form of that can be arranged without diluting the practice. मेरे साथ भी ऐसा हुआ है that I've practiced with some session and ऐसा लगता है कि काफी अच्छा था, ये मुझे दोबारा करना है. So that I completely understand, and I think the intent is very different from somebody just asking for recording. So uh,
Hmm.
मैं सोच मतलब I think we can think about it and figure
Hmm.
out if there is a way. Thank you, Manish ji, for this question actually.
Yeah, very, very good and thoughtful question, Manish ji. Uh, Jumping to another very, very important and exciting question. I want to refer my friends and family. How can I do it? One. Second, uh, will they be able to buy the program in the same price as us? And Kshitij, with the same question, if you can touch a little bit about what would be the pricing of this daily life class, etc., going forward. Let's combine that and answer that.
Um, uh, in terms of referring, I'll answer it in two parts. One, we have kept the referring slightly limited right now because we want to get people who are slightly serious about this. That is why we have only floated this in the community, and we have kept the referring very limited. Having said that, we will uh, give an option, I think, even now in the coming week. Uh, yes, you can add other people who you feel are maybe interested or might find this valuable. Like Gopalji, just like you were mentioning, you want to um, share it with your broadcast list. I think that is something which is completely fine. In case there is any issue you face in that, please reach out to me or Akash. In terms of pricing, um, yes, so post January, we will have a small, a nominal exchange fee for this. The idea for the exchange fee is also to keep it very, very accessible to everyone. So it will be much lesser than what we charge for the live courses that we have done in the past. The pricing will be, I think, if you buy it for a full year, the pricing is around 300 rupees a month, which I think is quite nominal. And I think even if you refer anyone who comes through you, they will be able to buy it at the same price at you as you. Uh, the community member pricing is lower than the normal pricing. So because you've been with Sadhana before or now Seek, uh, the you will get those benefits in terms of a reduced exchange fee because you've been with us for long.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll
Akash?
take Gopalji's question and one
Huh.
more question on chat later. But there's one important question which probably Apurva can answer, and Shitesh, if you can fill in. Um how do we decide the curriculum of every day? And why have we kept breathwork, asanas, and then meditation in our session? What is the impact? I mean, I'm adding to that question, but the question was, how do we decide the curriculum? What goes behind it? Uh, Purva, if you can answer that.
See, we want the classes to be very holistic, and it's in my own experience, what I've seen is that we have to work on the mind, on the body, and the soul level together because when we happen to do that, uh, the benefits are exponential. And bearing that in mind, we wanted to create a curriculum where we are working on all the three aspects when we do a session. And that was perhaps the reason that we've also included breathwork in it and more body movements in it. And uh, breathwork in itself, including, also has another reason, at least for me as a teacher, because I feel like it creates such a great runway for you to take off, when you are going to embark on your meditation session. So that is another reason of doing that. Apart from that, Chit, you want to add something to this?
Yeah, actually, this is a very interesting point because I think all three of us, Akash and Apurva and myself, have really spent a lot of time figuring this out. Um, so every class has three components, like Apurva mentioned. They help you prepare. So people meditate, but there's a concept of dullness, for example, that can set in if physical movement has not happened, where you're almost close to falling asleep. That is actually not meditation at all. Uh, that comes in the realm of hypnosis and other things. That is not meditation. Um, so that's why and given people's daily life, we want to make sure that their body and breath is prepared when they meditate so that वो उस चीज का बेस्ट उठा सकें मेडिटेशन से जो भी फायदा है वो उसको बेस्ट तरीके से एक्सपीरियंस कर सकें अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट वी इंक्लूड सम वी ट्राई टू कीप इट फ्रेश हम लोग सुनते हैं जो जो अलग अलग थीम्स हैं वी ट्राई टू कीप इट फ्रेश बिकॉज इट्स अ वेरी ह्यूमन थिंग हम रोज आएंगे हमें कुछ नया एक्सपीरियंस करने को मिलेगा बिकॉज ऑल ऑफ दीज आर वर्ल्ड क्लास टीचर्स who have taught in Bali and learned from the US and they've all experienced a lot. So we want to take the maximum out of them and keep it new and fresh for everyone every day so that it doesn't get boring, especially people who are starting out. There are very few very small other elements that I think you might have noticed, that we end all our practices with, metta or loving kindness. That is a very conscious call. So all 25-minute classes end with, loving kindness. We also end with a moment of silence because we feel that that is a way to come out of the meditation. That is the best way to come out of meditation. So that's why this structure is in place. It's a time-tested structure. हम ancient texts देखें, हठ योगा के टेक्स्ट देखें, छठ निरुपमा देखें, बिहार स्कूल ऑफ योगा देखें, जो भी हमारे एंशियंट टेक्स्ट हैं, जो उपनिषद में भी लिखा है, योग पतंजलि सूत्रास देखें, all of them indicate that ashtanga, which is मूवमेंट, प्राणायाम और फिर ध्यान, उसमें आता है. चाहे हम मॉडर्न न्यूरोसाइंस देखें, where we understand how to combat dullness after there is increased endorphins and physical activity in your body. Same with breath work. Breath work helps build that connection with your breath before we get into meditation. So I think these are all very carefully thought out and best practices that we are trying to build, for everyone.
Cool. I think Gopalji has a couple of questions. Gopalji, can you, instead of chat, since you are here already, you can ask them yourself, and then we'll try to answer that.
Okay. One of the things I think in my earlier session, we had a schema prepared and sent, or after the post session, I think Apurva had sent us the theory and all that. So if not for the current, introductory free sessions, when you start the regular ones from next month, if you can send us a schedule of sequence which we'll follow, because that will, help us to keep it in mind and practice it off the session also. So, I keep thinking, oh, now I have to do this, then I don't remember what I should do next or what to follow. So that could, even if you don't have the recordings to send, at least this will help us to keep in mind, yes, this is the sequence we need to follow. And we could do this as a regular practice. Even on sessions, where, times when we are traveling, we are not able to, log in and then attend, still we can practice it ourselves. This is just a suggestion.
Yeah, no, thank you so much, Gopalji, for this suggestion. I think this is a wonderful suggestion. We do plan to create and share with everyone a calendar or some sort of visibility for all the upcoming sessions as well. So I think those will be done. That we will be able to do very soon.
I'm talking of the schema, what items, yesterday Apurvaji had said, okay, you do this first, the next. So we keep that in mind for practicing.
Yes, we can. I think we can share that. Yeah.
Cool. One last question, and then we can. I want to show something exciting to all of you. But before that, one last question from Brijmohan Agrawalji on YouTube stream. I'm getting peace and happiness out of this. I think that's great. That's good feedback for us. But what next, as I want to experience third eye or self-realization? Who can answer this? Apurva, can you take this?
So he said that he's getting peace and happiness out of it. What's next? Third eye or self-realization? Well, I wish I knew, because I think aren't we all aspiring for that? Self-realization, third eye, I won't be able to comment on that for sure. But if you're experiencing peace and happiness, I think what next, according to me, should be sustaining that, right? On a daily basis, because of the ebbs and flows in life. If we're able to sustain that peace and happiness every day and have that same state of mind, no matter what life is throwing at us, I think that's the next step for you. Because it's easy to be peaceful when things are okay. But when things are not okay and you feel like something is off in your life, can you still maintain that peace and happiness in those moments? So I think for you, that should be the next step that you should aspire for.
Yeah. If I can just add to that, I think
Sure.
that is extremely true. We have a journey. I think we should keep at it without feeling impatient. And, honestly, uh, there is also this sense that what we constantly seek, and when we go there, we do find that there may not be something as exciting as we make it out to be. So I think we should stick to our practice. A thing that can help unlock is trying maybe new modalities. So we are doing different type of meditations in every class. Um, so Brijmohanji, if you have been doing a particular type of meditation, like you have been for the last 12 years or so, um, maybe some of the new meditations or new ways of thinking can help unlock if you're stuck in some thought patterns. But I think the primary thing is that kudos to you. Very, very good job if you're able to maintain that peace and happiness through constant practice. So I think that's very inspiring for everyone.
Yeah. One more
May I
question.
add something to what you said?
Yeah,
Please,
sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, Gopalji, बताइए.
I read somewhere a statement which said you have to knock many wrong doors before you knock the right door. So now the question is whether we have landed at the right door. So that is for each one to decide. And I think this will answer our friend who has raised that question, saying that we have to keep on, as Shiji said, keep trying, experimenting, and then looking for alternatives. And that one which gives you total satisfaction is what you should stick with. And, like institutionalize it so that you are able to get long-term benefit out of that. So
yes.
I believe sadhana, which is now seek, is really a seeker's paradise and should be the last door to knock if they are satisfied with it. Only time can tell that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
I'm literally, that
Yeah.
was such a beautiful answer. Somehow I get goosebump out of that answer, Gopalji. Thank you to add to it. And next question is very short, and the answer can also be very short. Kshitij, a lot of our users and seekers are asking for classes in Hindi.
Yes.
Are we starting that?
Yes, we are. I think that is a big realization because meditation also can be super beneficial, if it is a language which you really understand well. So we are actually starting Hindi classes also very soon. In the next 2 months or so, I think we should be able to start something like that. But ये भी मैंने देखा है कि प्रैक्टिस सेम है एकदम, सो अगर आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि करना क्या है, तो आई थिंक वो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. इफ वी आर एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड कि करना क्या है, तो फिर करना सेम ही है, सो like I was saying, meditation is about practice. So in the meantime, I think that is something to keep in mind. And but हाँ, Hindi, I know, आकाश, हमें ये करना चाहिए जल्दी
Yeah,
the next 2 months.
yeah,
I saw a very
definitely.
interesting question for Apurva ma'am.
Yeah, even I saw that.
Yeah. Apurva ma'am, somebody wants to know what your skincare routine is. People saw your skin and people wanted to know कि आपका स्किन केयर रूटीन क्या
I think
है.
that should be a separate consultancy from
I think the main thing is meditate karo. And that is going to bring in the glow on your face. It's going to take all the toxins and all the trash out of your mind, and automatically your skin starts to glow. Just do that. Consistent practice. And if you still want to
that.
know more, we'll get to that. That's like Gopalji said, it's a different session altogether.
No, but that sounds like marketing.
Gopalji, good things market themselves.
I
Correct.
began with the thing, it's very difficult to market good things.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Um, just want to pause here and talk to Akash. There are a few things that I want us to explain about the technology that we are using. Some people were having issues with daily life. Why is it important? If you could touch upon that a little bit. Um, Apurva ma'am, I know you have to leave. So while we discuss the technology, before you go, if you have a couple of minutes, we can open the floor for Ram Prakash ji, Priya Rajaram ji, Swati Agarwal ji, जो भी लोग यहाँ पे हैं, if you have anything that we need to discuss with Apurva ma'am, any questions, uh, then we can address them now before we do the technology and, Akash can then explain.
Yeah, the floor is open for any feedback or questions also. So if you have feedback related to Apuva ma'am's class
Yes,
or
please,
others
feedbacks.
instructor class,
Yes. What is it that you'd like to see or learn
yeah,
more? So I'd love to work on that.
yeah. So anyone on the Zoom link, Ekta ji, Priya ji, Ram Prakash ji, Swati ji, if you have Ashish ji, if you have any feedback or questions, I think you can go ahead and
Hello.
ask. It
Yeah.
would be,
Yeah, can I?
yeah, sure, Ekta ji.
Am I audible? Yeah. Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for making this session happen. So I'm speaking from Noida, and I have a very basic point to understand from you related to heart. I'm reading a book which is based on heart intelligence. So I wanted to know what do this power of heart means when we are meditating, and how is that intelligent to govern our emotion, because any task that we do is governed by emotions. This is what my father says. Even if you're consistent and you're repeatedly doing a job, that is all, even a monkey does. But if you are doing it without emotions, it that is what monkey is doing. But if you're adding emotions to that, you're connecting your heart, then only it will give you some reward. Otherwise, not. So, how do we bring it through heart? And what is this heart intelligence? If anyone has heard of, so like that. Thank you.
I have heard of this, but Apurva ma'am, if you have, better place to, if you have anything to add there, or otherwise I can
See,
take
I
it
don't,
up.
the concept of heart intelligence, I won't be able to comment on that as much. But speaking about heart-based practices, um, see, firstly, we have to understand that emotions are nothing but energy in motion, right? So, and you're absolutely right when you say that everything that we do, if we have emotion behind it, is what really drives things for us, also helps us form our beliefs also in life. And when it comes to the practice of meditation, and what I personally felt is that emotions are very directly experienced. The more we start to meditate, is because the more I meditate, there's a misconception that, not a misconception per se, but like, a lot of people say that I want to learn meditation because I want to become more peaceful in my life. And I also honestly entered meditation thinking that I want more peace in my life. But by peace, I later understood that I don't want to suffer more. I want painful things to hurt me less, right? And for me, that is the definition of peace, right? So when we meditate, and I think many of my fellow meditators and people and peers have always said this, that what happens is that the more we meditate, the more sensitive we become, because a wall comes down, you know, and behind that wall is our heart. So whatever life throws at us, we are much more present in it, right? And we start to feel things more that we were not feeling before, right? So, and that will not always be very peaceful. But now you're actually in your life, instead of your thoughts of life. Most of the times we're just in those thoughts, but now we're experiencing life instead of being in thoughts about our life. And that's where I feel like the heart is more awakened when we're meditating. Our emotions are deeply experienced. We're more aware of it, and that is what I have to add to it. And Shubhaj, you can take it from here.
Yeah, no, that was
Mm.
I think that makes a lot of sense. What I have understood from heart intelligence, Ekta ji, is there is a duality in which we often live. कि हमारा दिमाग कुछ कहता है और हमारा दिल कुछ कहता है. सिंपल थिंग्स लाइक हमें सुबह 5 बजे उठना चाहिए. राइट, दिमाग हमारा कहता है उठना चाहिए, दिल नहीं उठ पाता है. There is always a duality in all decisions we make. The more we meditate, the more we understand our inner workings, and like Apurva said, the more we open ourselves up to daily life experiences, there is a unification that can happen, जिसको एकाग्रता भी कहते हैं, where your heart and your head almost start acting in unison. So one can say that your heart has become intelligent. And that is, I think, a place of non-duality. And I think that is ultimate peace. So I think heart intelligence could mean that.
Yeah, thanks. Priya ji, you have raised your hand. You have a
Yeah, hi.
question. You can. Hi.
Yes, I do. I'm sorry I joined a little late. I don't know if you answered this question. I had put it on the list. It's regarding the session which Apollo ji had done on forgiveness. And, I had told that forgiveness on a daily basis, like I've been doing this process since 10 years, is much better. But you have somebody close to you, who are living with you kind of a thing, and tend to hurt you. Very close relations, I'm saying, who are very close to you, and they tend to hurt you. How do you forgive? Then I do meditation and find that somebody hurts, and I just go back 10 steps, kind of a thing. Then that forgiveness becomes very difficult again to start over again that way, and it's a repeated process. I can't ignore the relation, kind of a thing that way. So how do I go about, you know, uh, forgive the person? And I want peace, in the end, I'm not looking for a solution, but just how do I forgive and go ahead?
So we have covered this. Priyaji, I think you must have missed this before. I'll just quickly take you through this. So, the earlier question was also about how do we forgive our parents. It said that when they're constantly hurting us, I think that was the question which had come up before.
Yes, I'm sorry.
So firstly, yeah, no, that's okay. That's absolutely fine. See, firstly, that you have to understand that forgiveness is not about the other person, which is what I said before. It's about you. And forgiveness means also that you are no longer giving permission to that person to have control over you, to have control over the fact that they can hurt you, right? So earlier I said that, when the question was pertaining to the parents, that just for a moment, can we take those relationships, be it our parents or spouse or kids for that matter, can we just take them off that pedestal of that relationship and just treat them like normal human beings and understand that a normal human being can make mistakes, at the end of the day, just like how we do, right? And we can also end up hurting people, right? So a lot of equity is put only when we sort of, pinpoint those relationships. That is where the hurt is increased. That's what I feel personally, right? When we're putting a lot of equity on the relationship, that just because this is my spouse, my parent, my child, for that matter, and that is the reason we feel more hurt. So, firstly, forgiveness is about you taking that control away from that person. Forgiveness is about you cultivating that compassion towards yourself. That I forgive you because I do not have the bandwidth in me to carry these emotions with me, throughout my life because it's draining my energy. So this is an
Right.
act of compassion towards myself. This is not for you. This is for me that I'm doing it. So in a state of ignorance, you can do whatever you want to. You can hurt me, but I am taking that power away from you that it's going to come to me, right? So if you
Yeah.
just stay with that thought and contemplate on this a little bit, probably it's going to help you get to
Sure.
that place.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
No problem.
Thanks, Apurva, ma'am. Yeah, I think there are no other question. We will jump into the technology part of what we are doing. Kshitij, you have anything to add?
No, I think there's just one thing about the leaderboard that we should show,
Hmm.
which is super interesting.
Hmm.
Apurva ma'am, if you want to leave, I think
Hmm.
you can sort of leave.
Cool.
Thank you so much for taking the time and answering all the
Thank you, everyone.
questions.
Thank you so much.
You know.
Yeah, cool.
So Akash, let's quickly show
So,
the.
yeah, yeah. So I'll give you a little bit context, everyone, before we jump into it. So right now we are sending YouTube links to join the session, right? Uh, because we find that it's the easiest way to cover it. But slowly we are moving to our own web page. From there, you can directly join the uh, YouTube, right? And let me show you a quick video on how you'll be able to do that. Um so yeah, Shita, is my screen visible?
Yes, yes, it is visible.
Cool. So very quickly, without taking time, this is the sign up page. If you have not signed up previously, you can. It's a simple step of filling your name, email address, and if you have a referral code, you can put it. We are launching referral very soon. And once you do the sign up, uh, the sign up process is, by the way, 1 minute. You will receive an OTP. Once you receive an OTP, you are successfully signed up with us, and then you can log in, putting your email and the WhatsApp number that you have used during the sign up. And then the interesting thing comes where you can join the live session whenever they're happening by using the button join live session that is at the bottom. And if there is live session happening, it will redirect you to YouTube, or it will show you the timings. And this leaderboard is what we are going to be presenting every week in the live classes, where people who have regularly, and that's the objective that we are trying to achieve, who have regularly achieved daily meditation, they get uh, you know name, and they get the required uh, required renown. Yeah, so they get featured in our daily classes with us. They can do the daily meditations also with the teachers. This leaderboard is based on the karma points, right? How do you get karma points? Is by uh, attending the daily class. So if you attend a daily class, you will get 10 karma points, right? And this is the weekly attendance that you can track here. If you have attended the class on Monday, Tuesday, and this is my leaderboard, by the way, I attend the class. My weekly attendance, I attend the class daily. So all of my Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday till Saturday are marked as attended. So we want everyone to use this. We will keep posting this link, and let us know your feedback about it. It's very easy, very simple. The karma point features is very exciting. We are going to build a lot of things on it. They will be used for, so the higher the karma points are, you would get uh, uh, more opportunities to join live sessions, live courses. And we also believe that once you have a good amount of karma point, we are planning to have offline events where you will be exclusively invited, and you can also conduct an offline meditation session at your place. So all those things will be built upon karma points. So I'm very excited about karma points and the uses of it. Yeah. That's it. We'll keep sharing the updates that we bring in the technology with you on the WhatsApp group, and start using it, guys. It is very, very exciting for us to see all your names in the leaderboard coming up.
So, two things. One, the karma points or the weekly leaderboard will be reset every Sunday. So today is a Sunday. So starting tomorrow, you can actually, everyone will start from zero. Everyone in the community will start from zero on the leaderboard. Uh, Whatever karma points you have accumulated throughout your journey, you will still have. But every week it will be reset to zero. So today is a good day to start, so that you can start accumulating one class equal to 10 karma points starting tomorrow. We will create newer avenues जो karma points आप जहाँ पे use कर पाओगे. So many more privileges like Akash mentioned will be shared there. Gopal ji, I think, has asked a question. Akash, if you could take that.
Yeah, would it feature the month karma points too? Yes, I think idea is to celebrate, announce, and recognize higher and higher karma points. So at the end of the month, we will also announce the monthly leaderboard with karma points. And so, as Kshitij mentioned, the karma points get accumulated as you do more and more classes. The leaderboard is at weekly level, but we can track it. And during the classes, before the classes that happens, we will, at the end of the month, we will also show that, okay, who is the monthly, who is at the top of monthly karma board also. While it is not available on the app, in the classes, we will feature it. Yeah.
Basically, I think we should all experiment with this. This is a good thing, and you will understand it if you just log in once. And don't forget to tick on remember me, so that every
Yeah.
time you log in, you stay logged in.
And
All
yeah,
right.
if you join, one more thing, Sajid, if you join the session from join live class button, once you log in, then only you get karma points. If you join directly from YouTube live link that we send, unfortunately we don't have any way to track that. But if you join from our webpage, join live class, which I showed you, then you will get karma points. So this is very important to know, that to get karma points, you need to log in and then join from the app or the web page that we have shared.
Ekta ji has asked, can we get the link for the application? Ekta ji, yes, I think we will have a video. We will try to share this video along with the web page link on the group right after this. So you will be able to log in. Gopal ji has asked, sorry, Swati ji has asked, do we need to sit on the same time every day throughout the whole week? Or due to some unavoidable reasons, we can shift? Swati ji, the whole point is that you can shift. It is important to do it daily, even if one day you're doing it at 6:30 a.m. and the next day you are doing it in the evening, it's completely fine. So please, there is a lot of freedom. You can attend in any class you wish to. Gopalji is asking what happens if there is a case of multiple sessions per day. Gopalji, we are sharing only 10 karma points for if you've attended in one day. So if you attend the same session 3 times in a day, let's say you attend at 6:30 a.m., you attend at 7:30 a.m., and you again attend in the evening, you will only get 10 karma points. Is that what you wanted to ask, Gopalji? Please let me know if I've got it.
Yeah.
Gopalji. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Gopalji.
Yes. It
Thank you, Ram Prakash
motivate
ji.
people to come in multiple times.
I think one step at a time, Gopal. We want them to
Sure,
at least
sure. I was just joking. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. And please, like I mentioned, if you like this, please share it with your family members. You can directly share the group link with them and they should be able to join. And going forward, we will also have more karma points for different, activities. So right now is a good time. Whoever you share it with will actually be able to try it for free till December. So let's spread it and earn some good karma. Thank you so much, Priyaji. Namaste. Thank you, Swatiji. Thank you, Gopalji, for joining. This is the end of our community meet and Q&A for this week. We will try to do this more frequently, where we get to be in touch with you. We really want all of us to stay connected. So both Akash and my numbers are there on the group. We keep posting our messages. So if there's anything, please feel free to write directly to us. You can even pick up the phone and call us, and we would love to learn, what we can do better and how you're feeling. And if you like it, then also, you should write on the YouTube chat and on the group so that other people also know that, you attended it and it's fun. That'll only inspire more and more people to experience what you've experienced. All right. Thank you so much. With this, we'll take your leave. I think we also mentioned that we will do a silent sitting. If there are enough people, we can do a silent sitting now. Otherwise, we can take it up for next time.
How long is the session?
Sorry.
Gopal is asking how long is the silent sitting you're doing? Let's do for 5 minutes, I think, because there's less than 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay, I think there are less people, so maybe we can do for 5 to 10 minutes. We can do, and people who are on YouTube, if you want to be part of the silent sitting, then please join the Zoom link. I think that will be easier for all of us to do the silent sitting together. We will be ending this session on YouTube.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.